set coming up.
Astewisk versus SparkingZero. SparkingZero, man, part of CS. This guy knows his stuff when it comes to Ike, and he's one of the people I definitely try to reference when it comes to Ike play.
Oh, yeah. SparkingZero, I mean, he's the resident Ike main whenever Strong Bad doesn't feel like playing him, right?
Right.
And then Astewisk is the resident. Both of these players are basically like Astewisk is the Sheik whenever Umbreon's not around, and SparkingZero is the Ike whenever Strong Bad's not around. But SparkingZero is obviously like super well respected among everybody here. I mean, Astewisk is really good. SparkingZero is more accomplished, and I don't think anyone would argue that.
Yeah, you know, Sparks definitely put in his work, man. So let's see. He's doing a great job so far. He's making great conversions off of that up throw into up air. Definitely smart stuff, but I like what I'm seeing from Astewisk, where he's coming in there, not letting Ike kind of get comfortable. Good back air. That's what I want to see, and how you finish those stocks off.
So that was a great first stock from SparkingZero, and I'm honestly curious about how Astewisk is going to respond to the Sheik nerfs. A lot of people, I think, have been underrating the Sheik nerfs a lot, because Sheik, yes, she lost her DI mix-up into kill move, but because of that, whenever Sheik grabs you, you can actually just DI away, down and away, and that's it. Sheik can't kill you anymore. And in neutral, Sheik doesn't have very many kill options in neutral at all. Like, it's really, it's really easy to say, oh, just hit up tilt or F tilt.
No, it's not that simple.
It's so hard, especially against a character like Ike, who's going to be like zooming around and has that great mobile jump, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that you can use quick draw and jump cancel out of it into multiple different options is really, really powerful for the mobility. And it, sometimes it's difficult for Sheik to, whenever they actually get it, you don't get that much for that grab that you got.
Oh,
so
yeah. And that's why, you see Astewisk going for these, those gimps right there, and both of them were kind of questionable against SparkingZero, and like Ike's like crazy throw sword up and then rise to it somehow,
Right.
But it's almost like, what else are you gonna do? I mean, granted, he's kept it pretty close, so I guess maybe I'm reading too much into the character, but
he's doing a good job. He kind of had a little bit of difficulty that stock. Let's see if we'll pick it up this time around. Neutral's been good so far, and this is what you can expect from SparkingZero. Is whenever he approaches, he loves using that nair, man. It's so good. Starts from the top, comes down to the middle. Think like kind of like a fair, a little bit slower, a lot beefier. But the best part about Ike is that you have all this quickness whenever it's in your favor. Like whenever it's in neutral, Ike I feel like is really strong.
Oh yeah.
But the second he's put on his back, his out of shield options are absolutely miserable.
They're terrible.
Wave dash back.
So bad.
That's it. You get wave dash back.
So bad. The first time I played SparkingZero, I wasn't really sure what to do because Ike Fox I was struggling with at the time.
Right.
And then I started nair shining him, and I realized, wait. Just nair shine, nair shine, nair shine. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
That's it.
That's it. I can't do anything.
No, he can't.
Even if he rolls, what? He's gonna stand there while you run at him again.
Exactly.
But great game one from SparkingZero, and he takes it with a what's the last stock, right?
Yeah. Last stock, and he just finished it off with that fair. So official. I mean, this is the thing, right? You got to make sure you know how to DI against
Castle Siege is legal.
Really?
I forgot, but Castle Siege is legal. It's legal at low tier City 3 as well.
Interesting.
All right, so now we get to, okay, can we discuss the dynamics that this stage brings? Because this is a very controversial stage right now everywhere.
Can you explain why?
Okay, so you know how it's never good to be above a swordsman?
Correct. I love it.
It is technically never good to be above anybody. Right?
In this stage in particular?
Anywhere, right? You never want to be above somebody because that means you're probably being comboed.
Yeah.
Nobody has better options in the air than they do on the ground.
Yep.
Which means that if you're on the left side of the stage, you are at an inherent advantage because any shuffled approaches towards you, any approach where they have to jump, you're gonna be below them, and you're gonna be able to stuff a lot of attacks with bread and butter grounded moves. Anti-airs are especially strong on the left side of the stage.
We'll play devil's advocate here. Why would people want this stage?
Variety, and because it's cool, dude. The left side this is the first time. No, listen. This is the first time in any of the Smash games that I can think of right now. I shouldn't say any of them. I should say in Melee, PM. This is the first stage that I can think of that's really popular, where not being in the center of the stage is not where you want to be all the time.
I think that's interesting.
Center stage is the fundamental, this is the place every character wants to be, and on this stage that's not true anymore. It means characters it means any character that has to short hop approach it becomes much more variant. It's an interesting stage.
I think you're right, and I'm curious to see how the dynamic works. So I'm looking out for it. I want to see how people use it. But this is a great start for me for reference, especially since I'm an Ike player. Good job.
I wonder
using that up B because he used the disjoint that comes through the stage and hits him, kind of knocks him out of the needles here. And he's gonna try to see if he can get back up here without being contested so heavily.
And also, see, look right there. Astewisk just wave dashed back on the slope,
yep.
and SparkingZero's side B went above her. Even though he like threw out the hitbox, it went above her because he was wave dashing back. And like, yes, she crouched a little bit, but you know, it helps.
Ooh, good job, drop down fair.
Meaty fair.
And this is something that you'll notice a lot of Ikes doing is that whenever they side B, they change which direction when they jump out, so that way they have their bear ready to go.
That's true.
Bear is super, super fast.
That was an amazing tech.
Good fair. Not going to be able to do much here. Yep,
Ooh,
there's the
nice down
smash.
smash. And I want to say that'll be the stock. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think she would have made that even if Sparking weren't had.
I mean, even if you swap to Zelda and then you go up, right? Imagine that.
Oh, yeah.
Then he
swap
just
to Zelda.
follows up.
Yeah. You never want to swap to Zelda.
Exactly.
I mean, well, actually, this is PM. That's not true.
I mean, Zelda's not
against
bad.
Ike,
It's just neutral's kind of bad.
Against Ike, I think Zelda's pretty bad because Ike just outranges her and outspeeds her so
yeah,
hard.
yeah. The disjoints are really good. I generally just, anytime I'm playing against a Zelda,
Oh my
it's like
goodness.
all I do is just nair.
Nair,
and I win.
nair, fair, fair. The truest of true combos.
I applaud you, sir.
You know, that was a
was
Radiant combo, and he's on the path to greatness. Or should I say he's on the path to Radiant
radiance?
combos? Yeah,
Yeah.
so